Good morning and welcome to the Forum. I'm J. Randall Harvey, and with me this morning is Clark Whitney, who is the pastor at Emmanuel Baptist Church. And
Yes.
It's great to see you this morning.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Now, obviously, we're recording this one ahead of time because I'm sure being Sunday morning, you'll have a little something to do.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, so that's really great. We're going to be talking this morning, about several things, but we'll talk about the Operation Christmas Child, which is coming up.
Yes.
That is something that happens this time every year.
Absolutely.
And more than 4,500 locations will be open to collect shoebox gifts for Samaritan's Purse Project. Volunteers, I guess, are always needed.
Absolutely. And those packing shoe boxes, I just appreciate you having me on. Randy,
Absolutely.
it's an honor to share really what is special to South Arkansas. So I love living in South Arkansas. We were talking about my little baby girl here, born about a year ago.
Yeah.
And I've lived in Georgia and Tennessee and Texas and other parts of Arkansas, and I've never seen the emphasis on Operation Christmas Child. It's been at other places, but nothing like South Arkansas OCC.
It's the first time I'd ever heard of it was here. And I mean, I've been around here, off and on for quite some time. And, you always see those signs going up. And,
That's right.
And you see that, and you see people talking about it. And that's a wonderful thing because, I mean, the whole point is to collect enough shoe boxes to reach 11 million children.
Absolutely.
And, I mean, I cannot imagine, we'll be doing something like MASH coming up just before Christmas, and we're collecting things for kids. And I always mention that I can't imagine waking up on Christmas morning and having nothing.
Wow.
Because, I was very fortunate that I was blessed, had a lot of good things. But, there are some people who they don't have the basics.
Absolutely.
And this will help with that.
It absolutely will. I was actually looking for our sermon on Sunday, and this is a fact that really plays into this, that if you are a single person in the United States making $30,000 a year after tax, you're richer than 95% of the world.
Wow, isn't that something?
We're so blessed.
And we don't know it.
Yes, we're blessed to be a blessing. Operation Christmas Child, I could share a little bit about what it is and why it got started. Absolutely. So Operation Christmas Child, it's a worldwide program that provides children in need in over 100 countries, really over 170 countries over the last 30 years. It gives them a simple shoebox, but it's so much more than a little cardboard box that you or I might get over at TJ Maxx. It's full of toys, clothing that these children need, cleaning and hygiene supplies, school supplies, and it includes the greatest news of all, the news of Christmas, the gospel message of Jesus Christ, the greatest gift. And so we have a blessed OCC emphasis in South Arkansas. It goes all the way back to 1993 when the first year where 12 boxes were packed here in South Arkansas. And we've packed thousands since then. In fact, we've had almost close to 50,000 come from South Arkansas on 1 year.
That's
So
wonderful.
this year we'll have many thousand from all across South Arkansas, and people pack throughout the year. We see folks, we're a regional hub at our church, Emmanuel Baptist, but many churches coming together and they work all year long, Randy, to pack and make toys and prepare. It really is a year-round thing, and it culminates here with Collection Week coming up.
There's going to be signs at the different places. I know we got a list here like Central Baptist Church.
Absolutely.
In, Magnolia, Shady Grove Missionary in Monticello, Emmanuel Baptist Church, West Hillsboro in El Dorado, Southside Missionary Baptist Church in Star City, Victory Baptist Church in Hampton, Calvary Baptist Church in Camden. What was a long list of them. First Baptist Church Ministry Center in Crossett. So there are a lot of places, regionally.
Absolutely.
It's so good that everybody's getting the word out too. I mean, it's.
I've seen the signs around town, and
I've already seen them. And that's great.
And our folks, they're very diligent about getting the word out because anybody can participate. It's a blessing to fill that box. You can go pick those boxes up, actually, to have them at Hobby Lobby this year. You can get a fancy plastic shoebox, or you could just go in your wife's closet, Randy. I'm sure she's got some shoes, and you can you can get any shoebox, but you can go online to SamaritansPurse.org, and you can find out how to pack and what to pack, because it's customized. It's for different ages of kids, and some for boys, some for girls. So you can, if you want to pack one for a little girl, you can put princess and pink, and a little boy, you can put boy things, balls and baseballs. And so you can really have fun packing the box. It's a great joy to go to Dollar Tree or Walmart or Hobby Lobby and fill it up with good stuff for the kids.
Absolutely. They will enjoy it, and I promise you it'll make you feel good too. It's so important when you do things like this. And if you're looking for a place, a drop-off location and the hours and everything, you can there's an online lookup tool. You put in your zip code, and
that's right.
And then it will tell you where the nearest location is.
If you'll go to SamaritansPurse.org, SAMARITANS, purse.org, you can find all that information out. You can even, if you don't want to get off the couch, you can build one online. Isn't that cool?
That's cool, and that's the way a lot of people do it.
It's about $25 because it costs shipping to get it overseas and the materials and so forth, but you can pack that box online, SamaritansPurse.org/build online. So there's the goal of this year is 11 million boxes across the world. Man, unbelievable.
That's a lot.
9.7 in the U.S., and our goal in South Arkansas, that's why we need folks' help, 36,585.
So if a person wants to help and they want to, give a little bit of time, do they just contact the church? And
sure, they can reach out to us at ibceldorado.com or call our church office. The number will be right there, ibceldorado.com, or just come by. We'd love to give you a box and tell you a little bit more about what we're doing, or any of those drop-off locations. They can come by, and they will be glad to visit with them, and they have cookies and punch, and it's a fun time when they collect. But you can also learn more about OCC and how you can get involved throughout the year.
So now, how long have you been a pastor?
So I've been a pastor here at Emmanuel for about 1.5 years. I've been in the ministry for 8 or 9 years. So
have you been involved with this the whole time? Or is it?
Yes, I've enjoyed as a kid packing boxes, and then I was a youth pastor before I became a senior pastor. So I actually dressed up in a shoebox costume one time to promote it. So I'm glad I'm on the radio promoting because I've been told that I've got a face made for radio.
Man, but do I understand?
Have you heard that one before?
I've heard that most every day.
They wear that one out.
Yeah, they're so funny. I'm telling you.
But I've seen other churches that I've served and known participate, but there really hasn't been anything come close like our churches in South Arkansas. It's really special.
That's good to hear. People here have been doing that for a long time, and it makes you feel good when you can help other people, and that's such a good thing. I was just thinking, because right now in this world,
yes,
there are some people really have a tough time. You're talking about what we consider a pretty small amount of money being 95% more than what most people have, but it's not just money. I mean, if you look at the wars and the rumors of wars,
that's right,
and all the things, basically the Bible is just kind of being opened up, and you can read along and see. I don't know how close we are to the end.
Right.
Nobody knows.
Right.
But it's going to happen.
Right.
And so, doing things like this, I mean, these are good works. That's not what gets you into heaven. I understand.
It's not. I
understand that, and of course, you know it as well as I do. Well, more than I do. A lot of people are always confused about, what it takes to get into heaven. And I tell you, the thing about it for me is that because it's so easy, I think that people find it difficult to comprehend. Everything in this world is so difficult. Try to get a driver's license. Try to, get your name changed, when you get married and that kind of stuff and whatever. And then you talk about something that is so important as eternal life.
That's right.
And it's so easy to get it done.
It's a gift.
It's a gift. There's nothing you can do.
You can't earn it. You can't deserve it. You
absolutely.
Can't buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Our greatest need is a spiritual need. If God knew that we needed material things, he would have sent somebody to do that. But he sent a baby in Bethlehem, the greatest gift of all. Our greatest need is spiritual, and that's the gift of Jesus. That's what he does for us.
Absolutely. And that's coming up, and I hope that everybody has a great Christmas, and I hope they are able to celebrate Christmas well. But I hope you celebrate Christmas for what it's really what it's really about. And it's not all the presents and all that kind of stuff. That's fun too, but that's not really it. But to kind of get back on track now, it's so easy, when you start talking about this kind of stuff and you're excited about Christ, then it's so easy to start talking about that. But the Operation Christmas Child is just an outreach that churches do and people do, and the people are the church.
That's right.
And so it's a wonderful thing for everybody to get involved in.
It
helps
really
out
is.
other people.
It is. It's a team effort, and really it's a work of grace. It's not anything that we can do to earn. We pack these boxes because we've been given the greatest gift, the gift of Jesus, and we want to send that love. Yes, it's full of toys, the box, and clothing, and hygiene, toothbrushes, school supplies, things that these children need that we take for granted. But we say that the greatest thing you can put in the box is prayer. To pray for that child, because there's a follow-up that after they hear the good news about Jesus, that we can be right with God and have our sin forgiven because of what Jesus did for us. After they hear that message, there's follow-up, and there's community outreach and churches planted and started, all kinds of wonderful things. But we send these boxes with our prayer and with the good news, the gospel of Jesus. And that's the whole reason for Christmas. If it wasn't for him, there would be no reason to pack all of these shoe boxes or get together and send them and prepare like we do all year. The main reason, the only reason, is the free gift of salvation through Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and some would say, well, you're just sending them a toothbrush or some socks and things like that. But that, like you say, that's really not what you're doing. The whole point of us getting presents at Christmas time is to understand the gift that we have received, and it's really not stuff. But that's a good way to get started. And these kids need things. When you're talking about toothbrushes and you're talking about socks and underwear and even a little doll, or whatever.
Right.
Then do you ever get to? Have you ever seen or got to talk to one of the children that has received?
I'm so glad you said that. Yeah, I'll tell you a quick story if we've got the time.
We've got the time.
So I moved here from Georgia, the Peach State, and we served at a church there. We had a worship pastor, orchestra pastor. His name was Dr. Manuel Tabora. He was a doctor of musical arts, DMA, but he always said that stood for doesn't mean anything. But he was from Honduras. And he grew up there and met his wife at an international school. She was from Taiwan. Just really awesome people, great folks. Well, Manuel is working and serving God in the United States, but he grew up in Honduras. And when he was a boy, he was the recipient of an Operation Christmas Child box. So that was really powerful because our church in Georgia also packed shoe boxes. But for him to be there, it was very full circle because he had received a box as a boy.
Isn't that something? It's always a blessing.
It's always.
It's amazing, too, how a small thing, a simple word, a little gesture
We've had, absolutely.
So much.
We've had folks from our team. Our regional area coordinator is Sheila Baker, and our area coordinator for South Arkansas is Benita Thomason. But Sheila's been to South Africa to actually distribute the boxes.
Oh, wow.
And she works all year long on the road, spreading the message of the gospel and the message of OCC. And she's been there, and she met with a pastor named Jeffrey. He said, go home and share that it's working. Evangelism, discipleship, and multiplication of the good news of Jesus Christ. So it was really cool for her to see that firsthand.
That is exciting. It really is. Now, give us the address one more time. If somebody wants to make contact, didn't you have an address there?
Sure, of course. They can reach out to our church at ibceldorado.com, ibceldorado.com. That's Emmanuel Baptist Church in El Dorado. and we're on West Hillsborough Street, the old Magnolia Highway, heading that way on the left. You can't miss us. You can stop by. You can call. You can text. Whatever you want to do, we will help you get the information you need. But if you want to build online, you can go to SamaritansPurse.org/build online, SamaritansPurse.org/build online, or you can go by Hobby Lobby and pick up a shoebox yourself. But we are at Emmanuel and El Dorado. Like you said, you shared some other locations in Magnolia and Camden, all throughout South Arkansas. But you can come to Emmanuel. That is the week of November 13th all the way to November 20th. We'll have times available that you can come drop them off. And that's a really cool thing, too. So November 13th begins our week of collection for OCC, and it'll go all the way to that next Monday, November the 20th.
That sounds good. Maybe I'll see you out there. Maybe I'll see you next time we judge some ribs.
Absolutely. Hey, that was fun.
That was fun. It was.
We
really
got a free meal, and it was good.
It was good.
We appreciate what you guys do here, and thanks for letting me be on the station today.